What makes this interesting work is the fact that anyone who enters this is confronted not just within an inch of their lives, they're actually asked to die. You might wonder why anybody would want to do this kind of work that makes you face yourself to the point where you disappear. And I don't know. You are here. So, how this works, and I want to give you a general sense of it, instead of just coming into the string work and where we act out each other's dreams, I want to give you a sense of what you're facing or what they have faced, because the clients that we're working in their dreams have been doing the work for 5 to 10 years, and they're really warriors and facing into themselves. The thing to understand is that it's nice to hear about your dream and what it really means when you realize that your dream disagrees with you, that everything that you think you are or think you know is challenged by your dream. It makes you think twice whether or not you want to hear your dreams. From that point of view, we all want to be like patted on the back and said, look, you know, you're a pretty cool person, and this person was bad and you were good, and it doesn't work that way. I mean, to the extent that you're right, then you're right, but that doesn't necessarily take you very far, because the goal of the psyche is nothing less than bringing you to an awareness of what you don't know. Carl Jung used to say the unconscious is, in fact, unconscious, implying that it is unknowable. But in fact, it wants to be known. It wants to be known, so every time you go to sleep, it wakes you up. It says, I'm here, and I want to talk to you, and I want to address things that you don't want to hear about, that in your everyday life you turn away from. But while you're asleep, you're a captive audience, and you don't have a choice. So I'm going to come to you in this way or that way. And then to make the bigger choice of actually having somebody come to you and in stark honesty tell you the truth about your dream, which is telling you the truth about you, is a big choice. And the way it really works is what I call intentionality. That is to say, the dream has an intent. Now, when we talk about dreams, oftentimes what we want is the interpretation of the dream, what a symbol means, where it goes back to, historically, mythologically. But the dream isn't trying to be a lesson from Oxford view. It's trying to bring something to yourself that you have forgotten about. Always something new. And anything in you that is in the way, anything you believe that is in the way of that truth is going to be challenged. It's not about right or wrong. It's not like you're a bad person or you're a good person. It's more like anything that you do, good or bad, that's in the way of what is a deeper truth in yourself, then that's going to be what the issue is. To move that out of the way so that a deeper knowledge is presented. Because the self that we know is only the tippy top of what's really within ourselves and can be known. And the root cause of suffering is that we do not know it. So the intentionality of the dream is not an interpretation. It is in fact what the dream intends. Now you might wonder, well, how can you, who don't know me, look at my dream and interpret or tell me what the dream actually intends for me to know? And that's a good point. It requires an incredible awareness of that world where the dream comes from. You have to live in the world where dreams live. That is to say, you have to have done the work sufficiently that you understand what this communication really is all about. And so I'm going to present, well, before I start, another Christa wanted to say, but just to make a point that what you're going to see happening is that in the dreams, the intention of the dream will be at odds with the dreamer. And you'll see us play it out and they'll play the different roles within the dream. And in every case, you'll see how the dreamer is the one that's lost. The dreamer is the one that has lost their way, and in that world, you don't have any power. In that world, you're not right or wrong. You're a visitor in a strange land. And the landscape of dreams isn't meant to support who you are in the world here and now. It's meant to bring you into a different realm where you know very little, and yet everything is to be gained, because most of us exist inside. So